Hello everybody. Thank you for helping our project. All forms of help are in the description of this video. Dear viewer, we kindly ask you to give your thumbs up in advance. Your like is very necessary for the development of the project CRWD.Markets. Now we will compare the main indicators of the company Crowdstrike Holdings Inc., ticker CRWD. This review is based on current information as of July 19, 2024. By classification CRWD.Markets company Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. belongs to the subcategory Protect Info. 32 organizations take part in the analysis. This is very representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. Let's look at each parameter in more detail a little further. If necessary, you can pause the video. You can study all the parameters of the company under Study more carefully. Access to the database with ticker classification is free and open. We kindly ask you to distribute this release among your friends. Thank you for your repost and other support. All this is very important to us. Well, let's begin. Market capitalization of the company Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. is $83.48 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $321 billion. Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. accounts for a share of 25.988%. This is one of the leaders in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $2.38 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $19 billion. Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. accounts for a share of 12.487%. Comparing the shares of market and book value, we see the following. Share Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. in the subcategory in case of market capitalization assessment is 25.988%. The book value is 12.487%. This is 52% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The analyzed organization's debt obligations amount to $0.739 billion. Financial liabilities to balance sheet capitalization account for 31.1% of the company's capital. Score based on the level of the company's financial liabilities, good, 1 point. The ratio of the company's stock price to its profit is 644.7. With an average for the subcategory of 109.7, this is 83% higher than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market value to profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $132 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are expected to be $249 million. This is 89.1% more than now. Assessment of projected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 25.4. The subcategory average is 8.9 and is 185% higher than the subcategory average. An assessment of the company's stock price to revenue indicators in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $3,280 million. Forecasted revenue for the coming 12 months is expected to be $6,210 million. This is 89% more than now. An assessment of expected future revenues in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. If you are interested in such analytics, then in this case, please subscribe to our analytics and click on the bell. For you, because it is free, you will be the one who will greatly help the dissemination of this project. Many thanks for your subscription. The margin is 4%, with an average for the subcategory of 8.1%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 4.1%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 7.2%, which is 261% less than the share of market capitalization. This fact shows an imbalance in the current market value of the company Crowdstrike Holdings Inc., probably towards revaluation. The amount of market capital for each employee of the company is $10,534,000. Whereas for the subcategory it is $2,919,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 260.9%. Estimation of the volume of market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per individual employee of the company is $16,600. The average for the subcategory is $26,600. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 38%. Estimation of profit per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The share of sales for each company employee is $414,000. In the subcategory $330,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 25%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares for sale account for 5.6%, with a subcategory average of 4.2%. This is the valuation of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 35% for the company Crowdstrike Holdings. Whereas in the subcategory this level is 50%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are quoted higher than those of Crowdstrike Holdings. Comparing the dynamics of a company's share price Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. and subcategory shares. We can see that over 12 months the stock Crowdstrike Holdings showed a change of 124.3%. Against price changes in the subcategory 9.4%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but this fact must be taken into account. The overall result is as follows, minus 0.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 0.9 points. If you look broadly, within the entire market as a whole. Note that the average result for the stock market in the aggregate is 0.3 points. Against the company's score of minus 0.5 points Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions made by the stock valuation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the analysis of the company's securities Crowdstrike Holdings Information and Reference System for Stock Valuation Guru.Markets, a decision is made. Do not open an order, because Crowdstrike Holdings Inc. not the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Thank you for watching this video and for using the information system from Guru.Markets. You are all the coolest audience.